From Peninsula TV Studio in San Carlos, SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, and Wells Fargo present the Bay Area's hottest game show, Peninsula Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to Quiz Kids. Well, if you're following our tournament, we are in Game 3 of the Elite 8, the final 8 teams that have gone through 2 rounds and are heading toward the Final 4 and the finals where we will see who's going to win our grand prize. We have 2 terrific teams, as you've already seen in the past. Over here, we have the Monta Vista Matadors. And they are taking on the Sacred Heart Prep Gators. So let's start right away with the collaboration round. Welcome back, gentlemen. I have here a series of questions, and here's how we play the round. I will ask you a question over here at Monta Vista and give you 10 seconds to collaborate. Your captain, Subash, will tell me the answer you think is correct. If you get the answer right, you'll score the 10 points. If not, I'll turn over to the Gators and give them some time to collaborate and steal those points. Then I will ask the Gators their point, and we'll go back and forth until the buzzer signals that the round is over. Everyone understand? Good luck to both teams then, and here goes the first question for Monta Vista. He lived in Boston with Mr. Lapham as one of his silversmith's apprentices. Name this title character of an Esther Forbes novel who became embroiled in the American Revolution.
Johnny Tremaine. Johnny Tremaine.
Yes, sir. Johnny Tremaine is right. Gators, once there were at least 8. Now there are approximately half of that. Name the type of business these major firms do. KPMG, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Ernst & Young, and Deloitte & Touche.
Guess venture capitalist. Consulting, maybe?
Consulting?
No. They do something else.
42.
Accounting?
Yes, sir. Accounting. That's right, Subash. You stole the points, and the next question goes to you. He discovered the final pathway by which food molecules are broken down into energy in living tissues. Identify the German-born chemist who has this cycle named for him.
Krebs.
Hans Krebs, that's right. Roger Ebert called it exhilarating to watch, while Mr. Cranky's review consisted of the word ha repeated more than 1,500 times. Name this 2002 film where Adam Sandler tries to get enough frequent flyer miles to go to Hawaii.
Is that Punch Drunk Love? Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
Punch Drunk Love?
Yes, sir. Punch Drunk Love. If 1/4 of the students in your math class have brown hair, and half of the brown-haired students are over 6 feet tall, what fraction of the class is over 6 feet tall and has brown hair?
1/8.
Yes, sir. 1/8 is right. Before its high-profile bank robbery in 2002, the small Nebraska town of Norfolk was most famous as the birthplace of what entertainer who was succeeded on TV's Tonight Show by Jay Leno?
Johnny Carson?
Yes, Johnny Carson. Credited with inventing the names alpha particle, beta particle, and proton, his most famous experiment came in 1909. What physicist discovered that some alpha particles fired at a piece of gold foil bounced back instead of going through the foil?
Rutherford.
Yes, Ernest Rutherford, you're right. Television's highest ever rated night of the Winter Olympics came in 1994, when what American narrowly lost the gold medal in women's figure skating to Oksana Bayul?
No. Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan, I guess. Nancy Kerrigan?
Yes, it's Nancy Kerrigan. What French mathematician and philosopher said, "It is better to believe in God than not to, because you lose nothing if God does not exist"?
Pasteur?
Pasteur?
No, that's not right. You can steal.
No, yeah, Blaise Pascal.
Pascal? Yes, you stole it. Blaise Pascal. Mike was 22 years old when his son Steve was born. How old is Steve now if the sum of their ages is 50? Daniel.
14.
14?
Yes, it's 14. Its title character falls in love first with Arabella and then with his cousin, Sue Brighthead. Name this final novel by Thomas Hardy.
42.
No idea.
Don't know. You can steal.
The Hardy Boys, edition 6.
The Hardy Boys?
Yeah.
Issue 6.
It's not even a funny joke, you know.
But
Come
people
on.
are laughing.
No, they're laughing because they're your parents, but you know, it's Jude the Obscure, all right? Nobody reads Thomas Hardy in high school. I got it, I understand. But the Hardy Boys joke, my God, you guys are better than that. The next question goes to you, though. Frank and Joe Hardy, no. Richard Brinsley Sheridan's play, The Rivals, introduced what female character whose name today means to use a long word when you mean to use another similar long word?
Malaprop?
That's what I was thinking.
Malaprop?
Mrs. Malaprop, you got it. See, that was humorous and knowledgeable. Oh my goodness. Okay, Monta Vista, the famed Augusta National Golf Course in Georgia, is just across the Savannah River from what neighboring state?
South Carolina.
Yes, you got it, South Carolina. In geometry, two triangles with the same size and same shape are said to be what?
Equilateral?
No,
Same size.
Congruent.
Congruent?
Congruent?
Congruent, you got it. And that's the end of the round. Let's look. Very close. Monta Vista 60, Sacred Heart 70 points. Let's meet the Matadors again. Subhash Arja, welcome back. How are you doing?
Fine.
Good. We've talked about a lot of the things you do at school, but there's something that you do, a job you have as a volunteer outside of school that sounds very interesting to me. Would you tell us what that is?
Yeah, I volunteer at the Tech Museum in San Jose every other Saturday for about 4 hours.
Which is a terrific museum. What do they show at the Tech Museum there?
There's things like surgery, endoscopic surgery, things how earthquakes are read through seismometers, things like that. And I just explain to people that visit there how things work and answer their questions.
Can't people sort of perform virtual surgeries and things like that there? Yeah.
There's an exhibit.
And why are you involved in that? How do you?
Because I'm planning to go to a technological field in the future, so I thought that this would be a fun place and an educational place to work at.
Sounds like it is. Well, good luck to you. I have to get down there and you can explain all that stuff to me that I don't understand. Anthony Bello.
Yes, I'm the most pathetic one.
Well, you say that because you and I have always had a bit of a problem trying to find out what you do that you feel is interesting to talk about. But you do actually have a lot. You said you had about 15 hobbies and you discounted all of them.
15?
Well, you did. You said that to me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
Did.
Did not.
You did. One of them was arguing. You said you collect things. You collect videos. What kind of videos do you collect that you can discuss on public television?
Comedies.
Comedies? Like, who's your favorite comedian?
As in, of all the movies I have?
Of all the movies you have.
Maybe Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. Don't you find that interesting? Yes, they all do. And then you collect playing cards. Now, is this for like a specific like Dungeons and Dragons or baseball players or actual playing cards like different kinds of decks that you can play games with?
I used to collect for Magic the Gathering, but now I just get a whole bunch of things that are cheap that I can see how far I can throw. I've gotten 10 yards in my backyard.
You've 10 yards, so you've combined a collecting game with an athletic game. Isn't that interesting?
No, it isn't.
Everyone here thinks you're interesting.
No, you don't. Don't lie.
Fulton Wang. We're done with you, Anthony. Fulton Wang, welcome back. You also have a volunteer position that sounds really worthwhile and rewarding and interesting. What do you do?
Yeah, I volunteer at this autistic center in San Jose. So autistic kids, they go there and we help them do activities like dancing, like crafts and games and stuff.
Now, you've been doing this for almost a year now, right?
Yeah.
And you said you go every other week and work with different kids. And you teach them crafts, or do you do things with them? And
Just do things with them, like help them.
has it been challenging? I mean, I'm aware I actually have know about autism, someone in our family, and it's very challenging and very exciting when you make some kind of connection. So has it been rewarding for you?
Yeah, like usually like they never talk, so you're just there. You're not sure what's happening, but like sometimes they'll smile, so that feels good.
They smell.
No, smile.
Smile. They're enjoying, of course, because they do communicate in different ways. Well, good. It sounds like a wonderful thing that you do. Thank you for doing that, Fulton. Let's give a big hand for your coach, Mr. Ed Puccinelli. Now let's meet the captain of the Sacred Heart Gators and the young man who actually runs the school, Daniel Brady. Daniel gets up before dawn and goes and rings the bell that summons everyone to school, wakes the teachers up from their little boxes and brings them out. You did the Play for a Day in which you created the whole situation and cast teachers and made them stay up all night with their kids and do stuff. You also told me that you run the school paper.
Yeah, I'm the editor-in-chief.
What's it called?
The Heartbeat.
The Heartbeat. And as the editor-in-chief, you, like in so many of the other things you do, you delegate work to others.
Right, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
You also are working on a new improv group.
Well, actually, it's not new.
Oh, of course not.
It's my wonderful brother who's actually in the audience today.
Joe Brady?
Joe Brady.
Joe Brady's in the audience, Joe.
He and Briggs Hatton founded the Kitsch Company, the famous Sacred Heart improv troupe, comedy troupe.
The Kitsch Company?
The Kitsch Company in 1999, and
You'd never know this was a Catholic school, would you? Kitsch and Daniel, you're just like
Scott's in the Kitsch Company.
Yes, Scott's very kitschy. And you're cool, kitschy coo. Oh, we'll move on to Chris soon. So yeah, well that's great. So you're very busy. Do you take any classes at school?
Well, one of my teachers rarely sees me in class. He always sees me outside of class, so he's convinced that I don't go to class. But teachers that actually have me, Miss Solari could tell you that I do show up to class.
And do very well, right, Miss Solari? Good, good. Chris Wee, you don't do any of this stuff.
Pretty much.
So basically, you've asked if you could talk about your sweatshirt. So
Yeah, today I'm sporting the SpongeBob SquarePants sweatshirt, and it's actually quite topical because I don't know when this is going to be airing, but as of this taping, the lost episode of SpongeBob SquarePants appeared last night, which was
on another station.
Right, and which was pretty much the crowning moment of my life to this point. There was actually a scary moment when it looked like the pirate was going to lose it, but he found the treasure map, the old lady helped him out, found the treasure chest with the miner and the tape in it. Everything turned out great.
I don't understand a thing you're talking about. But you know, you're surrounded by guys who are very involved in activities, and maybe you could, you know, take a lesson.
SpongeBob Club.
Scott Norton.
Yes, sir.
Back to reality. You are the editor of the Underground paper.
Right.
Which is not, they're the Heartbeat and you're
The Flatline.
the Flatline. Yes. Yes. Nothing but ironic humor at Sacred Heart, isn't it? All right, and what does the Flatline do?
It publishes mostly like ironic things and sarcastic, facetious, sardonic humor.
I can't believe that any of you guys would be capable of that.
Oh well, we fit it in. We don't get much sleep.
No, right. So, what was the last big article in the Flatline?
No. I'll
Okay, obviously you need to plan.
Well, no,
You're in the improv team, right?
whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Bush declares what? And then the next page, instead of war, it's wax. I just made that up.
Let's give our deepest sympathies to your coach, Mr. Kevin Morris. And a big hand to the man who's over in the corner shaking his head at the lost youth of our generation, our judge, Mr. Frank Saboti. I'm going to go recuperate, and we'll be back to play part 2 after you watch this video about Monta Vista High School.
Welcome to the big show.
Welcome back. Oh, bushwhacks. Oh, it's still not funny. It's time for us to play the face-off round. Maybe I should talk less to them and ask more questions, huh? I have questions for you in sports, Chris, and you in history, Anthony, and I will ask you back and forth, starting here. They're worth 10 points. If you get the right answer, you get the points, the way it works. We'll keep going until the buzzer sounds. So shake hands, gentlemen, and good luck to both of you. Anthony, here's your first history question. It celebrates the 164 BC recapture and rededication of the temple in Jerusalem by Judas Maccabeus. Name this 8-day Jewish holiday called the Festival of Lights.
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah is right. Chris, in Major League Baseball, who currently holds the most walks in a season?
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds, you got it. Anthony, the District of Columbia held America's largest slave market until what political act brokered by Henry Clay was passed to help keep America together for the 11 years before the Civil War?
The Missouri Compromise.
May I accept that? No, we're looking for the Compromise of 1850, and that's, I guess, how it's officially called, so that's what we're taking. Chris, what British golfer won the Masters in 1989, 1990, and 1996?
Colin Montgomery.
We're looking for Nick Faldo. The digging in preparation by the Athens Olympics has found a portion of an aqueduct that was built by what Roman emperor most famous for his wall across England?
Hadrian.
Hadrian, you got it. Which NFL team's 2002 record of 2 wins and 14 losses will give them the first pick in this year's draft unless they trade it?
Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes, the Cincinnati Bengals. And the buzzer sounds, and we're still 10 points away. 80 points for Monta Vista, 90 points for Sacred Heart. Well, the three of us are going to have a little conversation here, and we'll come right back to you after we watch this video about Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart Preparatory in Atherton is an independent Roman Catholic day school founded in 1898 by the Society of the Sacred Heart.
To me, Sacred Heart is about developing critical thinkers and a love for learning.
And it's about sharing lives and learning together.
And I think it's about celebrating spiritual life and fostering social awareness and service to others.
And discovering our hidden talents within ourselves by exploring outside interests.
It's about developing athletic skills and learning teamwork.
And experiencing life beyond the Bay Area.
I think a Sacred Heart education is all about growing roots and spreading wings.
We seek enthusiastic students who can handle a rigorous academic program and contribute to our school community.
Thank you. Welcome back. It's time for us to play the final round, which we call the lightning round. The question points, the point values are doubled to 20 points. You've got your hands on those buzzers there and get them close because the first person to buzz in gets the first chance to answer for your team. If you get the answer right, your team scores 20 points. If not, the other team doesn't have to buzz. They get to collaborate, and your captain will give me what you think would be the answer that would steal those points. If you buzz in before I finish the question, I will stop the question, and you'll have to answer with the information I've given you. If you get it wrong, I will complete the question for the other team. Everybody understand? Okay, I know there's a lot at stake, so we'll get right going. Good luck to both teams. First question. A French explorer discovered it in 1861, overgrown by jungle. Name this city with a large temple that served as the capital of the 12th century Khmer Empire. Chris.
Phnom Penh.
No, I'm sorry, that's not right. You can steal.
Bangkok?
No, it's Angkor Wat. Next question. You can buy it from Walmart.com, wrapped in a strip of bacon. Name this small but expensive cut of beef. Yes, Scott.
Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Now I'm hungry. What novel by Dostoevsky features the character? Yes, Benjamin.
Fulton.
I'm sorry, Fulton. I'm sorry.
War and Peace.
War and Peace? No, I'm sorry. Let me finish the question, Fulton. For the other team, what novel by Dostoevsky features the character Mishkin, who is seen as a dimwit because he suffers from epilepsy? Daniel.
The Brothers of Karamazov.
No, The Idiot. Oh, stop! He doesn't feel like no. What? It's a novel. Believe me. Believe Dostoevsky. We'll keep going. What inherited disorder is caused by hemoglobin molecules that clump together? Yes, Subhash.
Sickle cell anemia?
Yes, you got it. What famed quarterback won the Holiday Bowl and the national championship for BYU? Yes, Subhash.
Steve Young.
Yes, Steve Young. What 20th century pop artist studio on New York City's 47th Street became known as The Factory? Andy Warhol. In what year did the British Navy defeat the invincible Spanish Armada? Yes, Chris.
1588.
Yes, 1588. What Asian country is divided into 47 prefectures that are similar to U.S. states? Chris.
China.
No. You can steal.
Russia?
Japan. What 2002 movie got Golden Globe nominations for Daniel Day-Lewis? Yes, Daniel.
Gangs of New York.
Yes. What common animal is the nickname of Harry Angstrom, the main character in 4 novels by John Updike?
Rabbit.
Anthony, it's rabbit. Yes, you got it. What Greek letter is assigned to the irrational number approximately equal? Yes, Benjamin. Sorry, Fulton, they wrote it wrong here. I'm sorry.
Pi.
Say again?
Pi.
Can I take that? Okay, I phi, but yes, okay.
What's it say on the card?
P-H-I, phi.
That's a different letter.
That is a different letter. Well, we'll talk about that. 1, 2, 3, or 4. In 2002, how many NFL coaches were fired on the day after their... Yes, Chris.
4.
No.
3.
Yes, 3. What 2002 movie directed by Clint Eastwood featured his character Terrell? Yes, Daniel.
Bloodwork.
Yes, Bloodwork. Careful. Which Nobel Prize's annual winner is chosen by the Norwegian Parliament, not by Sweden? Yes, Fulton.
Peace Prize.
The Peace Prize is right. What Maryland mountain retreat used by you? Yes, Fulton.
Camp David.
Yes, it's Camp David. Scientists at the Livermore lab have now retracted their claims of discovering the world's heaviest chemical element. What atomic number did this element, which was called ununoctium, yes, Chris?
118.
Yes, 118. When x equals 3, what is the value of 4x squared minus 9x plus 5? Yes, Subhash.
63.
No. You can steal. Daniel?
9.
9.
14. Who was ABC's 2003 Bachelorette? You know this?
Trisha Yearwood.
No.
I have no idea. Betsy Young.
Her name was Trista.
Okay.
Trista, not Trisha. In 2002, it's either Cale or Carl Sanderson completed his collegiate wrestling career with a 159.0 record for what Midwest? Yes, Chris.
Iowa State.
Yes, Iowa State. The letters that Beethoven wrote in 1812 to a woman, probably named Antoni Brentano, called her by what two-word nickname? Immortal Beloved. Calvin Coolidge was its governor in 1919 when the police department in its biggest city went on... Yes, Daniel?
Illinois.
No. Calvin Coolidge was the governor in 1919 when the police department in its biggest city went on strike. Name this eastern state now governed by Mitt Romney.
New York.
Massachusetts. And that signals the end, and Monta Vista has 220. It's Sacred Heart 210. Monta Vista wins the game. Whoa! Wow, what an exciting match! Gentlemen, you played very well. You stayed in the lead all through the end, and you both played exceptionally well. I'm so sorry that you're leaving us, but you have played valiantly all season, and we'll miss all of you. Good luck with all your endeavors. Continue to run that school well. It's a good school, thanks to you, Daniel. Gentlemen, you played valiantly, came up from behind, a little bit behind, and got right to the top, so you are coming back to be part of our Final Four in just a week. So go and rest up and get ready to challenge another team for the chance to win a trip to Europe, courtesy of our friends at ACIS. We hope you'll keep joining us because the heat is on. The final match is about to happen, so join us, stay with us. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm Brad Friedman. Well, after that very close match was over, we reviewed the tape and we saw that the question that Monta Vista had answered with the answer pi was incorrect. It should have been phi, which took 20 points off of Monta Vista's score and made the true winners of this match the Sacred Heart team. So they'll be going into the Final Four. Thanks for joining us.
This year's champions will be winging their way to Europe for an all-expenses-paid adventure to some of the world's most historic sites, courtesy of ACIS. We wish to thank the Chronicle for their continued support of Peninsula Quiz Kids. Mr. Friedman's wardrobe provided courtesy of Sartori of San Carlos. The producers of Peninsula Quiz Kids wish to thank the following: Molly Stone's Markets, Scottish Rite of Freemasonry of Burlingame, Target, The Tea Party, Jamba Juice, Klutz Publishing, Century Theaters, Silver Terrace Nursery, AEIS, Ronald Bland, Samtrans, and the San Mateo County Office of Education.